had a residency at the Planet Hollywood Guys and Dolls show house there. And I came in and I had a 2-week residency. And I was like, cool, I won't have to leave town. I'll get this residency gig. And I bombed terrifically for 2 weeks. And at the end of the 2 weeks, they were like, so your residency's up. And I was like, we don't have to talk about it. I know what you're going to say. You know what I'm going to say. Thank you for having me. And that was the end of it.
Looking back, because this was a while ago,
2016 to 2018.
could you do it now if you wanted to? Like, were you like, I'm not going to do what needs to be done to make this work?
No. I'm very malleable and adaptive and supportive of my wife, But I was just like the comedy you have to do up there to entertain the people who are going to the show with the comedian they've never heard of in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's just the least creative people would come to my shows. And I like to be silly. I like to improvise. But no, it's just like, you got to be like, yeah, my wife's pussy reeks. And they're like, yes, I imagine it does. That's accurate to my experience. I bombed so bad one time. There was these Latvian guys. I'm on stage. The show's set up like this. I go up, I do 20. I introduce another comic. I bring out a variety act. I come back and I do 10 minutes. I bring out another variety act. All right. So I'm on stage and it's not going well. And then I see a guy raise his hand in the front row, and I look down. It's nothing but fucking, vinyl sweatsuits,
Yeah.
bald gleaming heads, chains. And I'm like, what's up, man? And he's like, no more. I'm like, what do you mean no more? And he's like, no more of you. You are ruining my wife's birthday. And he points down. There's a woman weeping into her hands.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know it was your birthday, but everyone else is having fun, right?
Silence.
No
Nobody
noise.
backs you up.
No one even breathing in that moment.
The fact that he raised his hand to be like, I don't mean to be rude.
Yeah.
This needs to come to a close.
This has to cease now. Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, well, maybe I can make it better. Where are you from? They're like Lithuania or Latvia or whatever.
And you're like, never mind.
Okay. Anyone from Cleveland? And
Why was she crying? I mean, it was that bad.
she did not enjoy my my
It
ribald
was him,
takes.
dude. Don't put that on you. He was a terrible person, and he was trying to blame it on you.
I don't want to go to the comedy show. And he said, oh, we'll have fun.
Exactly.
We'll have fun.
Yes.
I'm doing an accent. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll have fun. We'll
Have
have fun.
fun.
Well, don't you want to laugh? We just perpetrated all those war crimes.
Tradition.
Yeah, exactly. Forgotten soil. So so I try to bail. I try to bail, and I cannot because it's a very regimented variety show. And I got to 13 minutes of my 20, and I was finally like, all right, this isn't working. I'm going to bring on our next comic. How about that? And the guy's like, very good. Bring on the next comic. Next comic does fine or whatever. And then I come back out, and I'm like, hey, don't worry. I'm just bringing on the next act. And gets a laugh. So I bring on the next act, which is a...
That's the sad laugh.
Yeah.
There's no more jokes after that. No.
Right. No, there's no jokes.
Oh.
And then I come back on to do my next set, and he says, you promised no more of you. And I'm like, well, hey, man, I got to do this. Like, I have to. There's a contract involved. So... Again, I can't dig out. I'm 5 into the 10 that I have to do, and I'm like, all right, you know what? No more of me. Ladies and gentlemen, Tana the Tattooed Lady. Ladies and gentlemen, Tana the Tattooed Lady. She is a Vegas show performer who knows exactly the minute she's going on stage. She does not have her tassels on or whatever it is. So I stand there for like 5 minutes just being like, make a little bit more noise. She can't hear you back there. And then she finally comes out. She's furious.
She's got half sandwich in her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was expecting you
I
to
have
do
3
5
minutes, 35 seconds. Still.
Oh
Right,
my
exactly.
God.
Yeah, it was really bad.
What was her act?
It was like a sexy kind of burlesque type thing. She was very busty. She was covered in tattoos. She would do like a fan dance.
God, it feels... And I know it's a lot of maintenance to keep the body up and whatnot, but that's fun. What do you have to do at the end of the night?
Oh, yeah. She was
Or
gorgeous.
boob?
Yeah.
Glove off?
Uh-huh. And then in between shows, she would just hang out with her top off in the back. And I'd be like, so, you had a good sandwich today? It's very good. Yeah.
What is that tattoo there?
Yeah,
right
yeah.
around the nipple there.
What's that tattoo right by your clavicle but no lower?
You're listening to The Downside
The Downside.
with Gianmarco Soresi.